I think basically the whole planet faces the same problem, which is we had a system that worked pretty well, but it's using up too much resources and it's destroying our planet. So we need to find ways to grow and develop people that are in harmony with nature. And so this whole consciousness that this is needed is speeding up, and especially in China. And so it's very good to have Chinese people leading this effort and then connecting with Europeans and Americans and people from other continents. I'm with something called the Peer-to-Peer Foundation, and so what we study is new social practices where people work together to create value together. And one of the best known examples is free software with Linux, for example, which is an operating system for the computer. Another one is called Arduino, which is a motherboard which you put in the computer, but people can look up the designs on the internet, improve them, and then make the motherboard. It's also used in agriculture, farmer-to-farmer cooperative science, where farmers exchange their experiences with, around nutrients. And so where this is emerging, it's actually working very well. Think about Wikipedia. It's out competing Britannica, and think about Linux being increasingly used by public services and governments and educational systems instead of the proprietary alternative. So what we do is we look at the potential of this new mode of creating value. And the advantage is that if you privatize innovation, you really take it away from humanity. But if you put it in a common pool, anybody can benefit and improve his own practices by learning from others, right? So for example, one of the peer-to-peer schemes is called a rice intensification scheme. And what you can do is you look at farmers who have higher yields than other farmers, and then you support them to teach other farmers to improve their yields as well. And this creates a collective learning experience, you know, throughout the community. For today, people fish in the ocean, and they don't care about the future of the ocean, right? They just don't care about fishing and selling the fish. The result is that we lost 90% of our fish stocks. Now, if you consider the ocean as a commons, as something that belongs to all humanity, then you have to start fishing differently. You have to start fishing in such a way that your children can also fish. But we also apply this about knowledge. So knowledge is the key. How do you do that? And this is knowledge you have to share. So you have sharing software, you have sharing designs, you have sharing scientific knowledge, and protecting that common knowledge from being taken away from the whole community. Now you may think that this is, you know, not business, but actually it creates vibrant businesses. For example, this is an American example. What we call the open content economy is 1/6 of US GDP. And this is working with what's called fair use content, that is not copyrighted content. And it's also important that the companies learn to work with the communities without destroying the communities, right? Without making sure that you use it in such a way that it can continue to exist.
Yes.